What's going on, guys and gals? My name is NekoFluttershy. Welcome to a video. I'm playing Doom, so I'm pretty sure you guys and gals can guess what this kind of video is. Kind of an update video, or something of that nature. Now, I just want to say, you know, yeah, just so we get any misconception, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Misconception, fuck, I'm an idiot. That's, I don't know, but yeah, fuck it. But you know what I'm trying to say, misconceptions, there we go. I don't want anything like that, I don't want any misconceptions, because, I mean, I want you guys and gals to know that throughout this entire video, I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm happy that I made, about like 500 plus subscribers. I'm happy for that. At this point, if my channel dies today, some people say my channel was never born, never really had a chance to die in the first place if something never really was good in there, and yeah. Also, if you hear anything in the background, my fucking fan for some reason is having a goddamn coronary. But anyways, so, I mean, again, I just want you guys and girls to know that I'm grateful for all that you've done. Even the people that aren't subscribed, people that are watching my content, watching my videos and commenting and liking and whatever. Hell, even to some of my goddamn haters, people that fucking hate me. Even to you guys out there that hate me. Fuck yeah. I am happy that you hate me. I am glad. No, I'm serious. I'm actually being serious about that. I am actually happy that people hate me. Because that means that, hey, you're a pathetic sack of shit. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, in all seriousness though, let's begin with the video. So, I've kind of noticed that, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like, well, I've been thinking this for the past few days. I've been like, maybe what am I gonna do with my life? I mean, I am a pathetic sack of shit. We all know this, right? I can't find a job, and the problem is a lot of things. Okay, so let's get that right out of the way. There's a couple of things I'd like to mention. First thing being, I would love to make YouTube my job. I would love to, or at least do Twitch or something like that to that effect. I would love to have that ability to be like, hey, what's going on, guys and gals? My name is NekoFluttershy, blah, 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 and do some videos and basically get paid to make content. I would love to do that. That's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to entertain people and, be the person that everybody wants to watch and, honestly, be the next Jacksepticeye. And I've actually heard some people tell me that. They're like, oh yeah, you're trying to rip off Jacksepticeye. Well, yes and no. See, yes, I honestly, this channel is basically, I'm gonna say it, so I don't give a shit. Basically, my channel is a mishmash of channel people. The whole, what's going on, guys and gals, sort of thing. I got that from Mudahar, from Some Ordinary Gamers. And the whole peace out and bro hoof thing at the very end, I got from PewDiePie. Yeah, he didn't do the whole peace out and bro hoof thing, but the bro hoof is like a bro fist from PewDiePie. And honestly, some people, again, would call me Jacksepticeye because of the energy, I guess, that I give off to some people. And if that's the case, yay, that's good that you think that I am a sequel. And you know what they always say about sequels? Sequels are never as good as the original. And I am no exception. But I kind of got a little off topic here. The problem is, I've been wanting to do a bunch of things lately, and the problem is I can't. And some people are like, oh yeah, well, to be a successful YouTuber, I don't think this is true at all, but it's whatever. You know, some people may agree, some people may not. But it's like, you know, to be a successful YouTuber, you gotta have the good gear. You gotta have a high-tech gaming PC. You gotta have good editing skills. You gotta do this and do that. Not really. I mean, you don't have to have those things to be a successful YouTuber. Or hell, I just look at my channel. I have 500 plus subscribers, and I don't edit all that much. And if I do, it's the most simplest shit ever. You know, like merging clips together or adding in something at the very end of a video, like audio or basically just, you know, screenshots and images and, you know, really simple shit. And you know, but I don't think that's really true. I don't really think you need to do those things to get successful. But a lot of people, for some reason, seem to think that, so that's whatever. You know, think what you want. You know, but I mean, you guys and gals should be happy with what I have as well as, I mean, because like, you know, I was lucky enough to get this PS4 when I did, and my content has been really good for a while. You know, I've been doing some quality live streaming. I've been doing some really epic gaming moments. You know, really high resolution, good games and all that. But the thing about it is, it's some people are like, oh yeah, well you need more. You need to play, or you need a gaming PC, whatever. Well, if another stimulus check happens, then I will get another game PC. Well, another one. I never had one to begin with. Hell, even the Windows 7 Dell Optiplex, whatever the fuck I have, that failed me in like 2 or 3 months, you know, when I first got it. I mean, sure, it had a NVIDIA GeForce, whatever, and those, you know, NVIDIA products are mostly for gaming, but that thing couldn't run most of the games that I wanted to run. I want to run, you know, Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, and Destiny, and some of those other games. If I'm lucky, I probably could do Destiny with, like, really low settings on, like, windowed mode, because windowed mode, for some reason, I think it has something to do with the fact that with windowed mode, it's not doing a whole bunch, but yeah, like, notice how in Doom, if you do, I mean, Doom, you can run this on anything. But if, you know, you make content like Doom, and, you know, when it comes to games like Doom, let's say you're running a heavy mod like holyhill.wad, or Brutal Doom plus holyhill.wad, you know, a really, CPU heavy thing that you need a really beefy PC to play, you'll notice it will run a whole lot better in windowed mode instead of like full screen. And if it's something like 6, or let's say 6, wait, what? I don't know. Let's just say for a random amount, 500 by. I know I'm giving some weird aspect ratios and whatever, but fucking 500 by fucking 350. I don't know. Yeah. That would run a lot better. Yeah, it may look like shit because you can barely see what you're doing, but it's gonna look or play a whole lot better and a lot more fluent, kind of like this, what you're seeing right here, really fluent Doom gameplay, as opposed to full screen with 1080p. You know, running at a full 60 frames per second. You can barely do that anyway, in some cases, but you get the idea. I never had that luxury to get a game PC. And some people are like, oh, why don't you just get a job? Do you fucking realize how hard it is to get a job out there? With COVID, I mean, there's multiple reasons why I don't have a job yet. And there's multiple reasons why I'm not going to get one. I am not in any hurry. You know, I want one, yes. Don't get me wrong. I want to make money so I can buy the shit that I want. I Even though I've heard a lot of bad shit about the PS5, I want a PS5 at some point because it's like, oh, yeah, I mean, only because it's a video game system, and I collect those things and play them and whatever. And, you know, most of the games that are on PS5 are on PS4 anyway, so I'll just get the PS4 versions. I'll sacrifice quality over actual playability and functionality, and the fact that I actually have a PS4 instead of a PS5, because PS5s are impossible to find, and yeah. But, you know, again, I'd love to get a job, but the problem is, well, there's different problems. There's a lot of things holding me back from doing so. See, the first things first, the area that I live in, there is nothing at all here. There is nothing. And I mean nothing. Like, there's a Dollar General, Subway, that's about it. You know, there's a post office and all that good shit. But the fact, yeah, I could be like a person that's giving all the mail to the guy that's about the mail carrier driver guy, you know, and I could do that or whatever. I don't really have to be the one who's driving, but even so, yeah. But and the problem is, here's a lot of different problems with just this. First things first, I can't drive. Right? I don't have a license. I don't have the money to get a license. I don't have a permit to drive. So basically, I guess I can drive, just not legally. I could do a lot of things, just not legally. I can do marijuana, but I'm not, you know, legally old enough for that, or legal in general, because I don't think it's actually completely legal. I could buy alcohol, but not legally, not until I'm 21, which will be in a few months. Or actually, no, next month. Damn, where the fuck is the time gone? But yeah, I mean, you know, that's one thing. There's nothing in our area. Literally nothing. And I can't really drive, and I don't want to get a job somewhere that you have to drive to get to, because, you know, even if I have someone drive me to my destination all the time, you know, I don't want to do that, because I'll have to pay them. I'll have to be like, oh yeah, well, here's $10, $20 for gas, whatever, you know. But the whole point of getting a job is to make money, not to lose it, not to spend it all on gas, not to do this and do that. So that's the problem. Living in an area where there's absolutely shit all to do. And that's only one problem out of like dozens that I can think of right off the top of the bat, right? Secondly is, there's nothing that I really want to do here. I don't want to work retail. I don't want to, you know, work at a McDonald's or Subway or anything like that. I mean, if I absolutely have to, sure. I mean, whatever makes me profit in the end, because like I said, all I care about right now is money. Because and I'll get later on to this video as to why I need all this money. Yes, I need it for gaming PCs and the latest high-tech bullshit, you know, like you know, high-tech graphics cards and whatnot. But you see, another thing that is holding me back from getting a job is the fact that even, you know, I have applied to a few places. I applied to like Subway twice. Cause I'm like, you know what, I need a job. You know, I'll do Subway. I can fucking make a sandwich. Anybody can make a sandwich. It's so simple. It's the simplest thing ever. All it really is at Subway is, you know, just follow the customer's orders. Follow what the customer wants. If a customer wants meatball marinara with a little bit of, let's say, mayonnaise for whatever reason, you put mayonnaise on it, you know. And if they want a whole lot, you put a whole lot. If they don't want any, or if they want really little, put like a dab or two on it. You know, no problem. Or a dollop, or whatever. Yeah, I'll put a fucking dab on there. I'll be doing some marijuana while I'm... Nah, I'm fucking around. But, you know, even the simplest jobs that anybody and their fucking cat can do, really simple shit, I can't get hired in. Now you might be wondering, oh, you're not really trying. Oh, am I? Am I not? I mean, okay. Maybe I'm not. But maybe I am. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what these people exactly want. Okay? But at this point, I'm willing to fucking do anything. I am willing to be a fucking Playboy guy. Someone that does the Playboy magazines, or I'll be a fucking skimpy nurse or something. I don't fucking know. I'm out of my mind here, just trying to figure out what to do, because, you know, like, another thing that's holding me back from getting a job, for those of you that don't know, and okay, little warning, may get a little intense, so I also don't want you guys and gals thinking anything less of me, because I didn't do anything wrong, right? I didn't do anything bad. I got framed, basically, I got framed for a crime I did not commit at all, right? So, but anyways, so for those of you that don't know, I have a felony on my record. Now, why? Well, some fucktard decided to stab our dog and pin the blame on it on me, and, you know, there was a whole process. But long story short, I'm a convicted felon, and I'm not even supposed to be, because, like I said, I didn't do anything wrong, right? I was simply minding my own business, you know, getting ready to go to the library, do some YouTube videos, and then next thing I know, I'm fucking, you know, arrested for a crime I didn't commit, and, you know, I'm convicted of something I didn't do, and I was forced to admit to it, and blah blah blah. You get the idea. So because the felony, that in itself, it hurts me plenty. That in itself is a pain in the ass on its own. And I have heard that there are, you know, services to go through. There are different things, like, there, you know, certain places, like, let's say Walmart or fucking, you know, Subway, some of these areas, they will actually hire people that have felonies on their record, whether it be currently or, you know, not currently. You know, basically, if you just did something or not, or if you got framed or anything, you know, if, you know, they will help you. Right. Well, you know, I saw some of the places, and like I said, I tried going to Subway. Now here's the fucking sick part about it. Here's the worst thing about it, right? And you know, some of you may argue that it's worse or whatever, but you'd have to be a pretty sick fuck to agree with that, right? But, you know, the crime that I supposedly committed, which again I didn't do at all, wasn't even that bad, in my personal opinion. It was animal cruelty, right? Now again, some of you may be like, oh, you know, how is that not bad? Because, you know, you fucking hurting animals that don't deserve pain and whatever. Well, I never said it wasn't bad. I just said it's not that bad. It's not as bad. And it's basically not that bad in general, right? Compared to, especially compared to, like, you know, the fact that I can't get a job because of that, because, oh, you stabbed a dog. When honestly, you know, the jobs that I'm looking for don't require animals at all. Like fucking Subway or McDonald's. Like, okay, you're telling me I can't work at Subway or McDonald's because you know, because I apparently stabbed a dog. No. I mean, first off, there's no fucking dogs at you know, McDonald's. There's no dogs there. I'm not handling animals. I'm not the one that's butchering the meat. Okay? I'm not the one that has to deal with that shit. So why can't I get a job again? And besides, honestly, who cares if I have a felony? Because I'm just one guy, right? I'm just one person. Alright? In a sea of everybody else. I am a tiny speck of absolute nothingness. A fucking low life who is just trying to get by in life, right? Who's trying to basically survive some way, somehow. I don't know how. But, so I mean, again, you're telling me that I can't get a job because I supposedly stabbed the dog, which was our dog, by the way. And, you know, if you look at the evidence, you would agree with me that I did nothing wrong, that this was all bullshit to begin with, and all that, you know. But you're going to hire someone who is a legitimate pedophile, someone who has been known to rape little children. You're telling me you're not going to hire me, but you're going to hire someone that had a worse charge and has actually been convicted of it and has basically... You're basically allowing a fucking pedophile to work at your location. You're telling me that you're gonna put a sick fuck over me. That... Really? That's bullshit. Right? That makes no sense. Now, if I was the one that was doing the hiring, if I was one of the managers at a certain area, like McDonald's, Walmart, GameStop, anywhere that, you know, you hire people. Now, if I had someone, two different potential people doing applications, you know, that was like, oh, okay, you know, that if I was doing the hiring process, and I saw that two people wanted the same job, and wanted to be on the team, but I can only pick one, right? Someone that has done animal cruelty, or any animal abuse, or in general, versus someone that rapes little children, and gets sick pleasure out of fucking little kids, I'm going with the fucking animal abuser, because at least, you know, they're not over here fucking children in the ass for no reason. They're not pedophiles, okay? So that's another thing, you know, is that, you know, the fact that no one's hiring me anyway. But another thing as to why I can't get a job is because of COVID. This whole virus thing, and I'll make another video about COVID in the future. I just realized I'm going... whatever, you know. But the thing about COVID is that, you know, they're talking about in our area, or not in our area, in our state here in Ohio, they're talking about potentially shutting it down again. They're thinking about legitimately shutting down Ohio because of the virus. And if they shut down Ohio, then there's no point. There really is no point in trying to get a job. And that's another reason why I'm not, you know, wanting to get a job right now. Yeah, let's say, hypothetically, by some sheer astronomical luck, I do get a job. Let's just say that I am a bartender, and I work at a bar at Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. Hypothetically. And then, you know, Ohio gets shut down because of the virus. And, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings, as far as I'm concerned, is not really an essential business. Places like Walmart and Target and Powell's, they are essential businesses. But places like Buffalo Wild Wings, yes, you know, you can get food there, right? And technically I would say food is a necessity no matter where you work. You know, at McDonald's or Wendy's or Subway, fucking Freshest Big Boy or something like that, you know, anywhere. I would say that is an essential business, but according to a lot of people, these places are not really essential. So the people that are working there, they're gonna get fired, or either that, or they're not gonna be called into work because no one is gonna be there. And in some cases, those businesses actually shut down, so you can't work there. Basically meaning You wasted all that time trying to get that application. You wasted that time trying to appease the person that is doing the hiring and doing the interviews. You wasted your time doing this and that. And I, for one, don't want to go through that bullshit. So yeah, there's a lot of problems, and there's a lot of reasons why I don't want to get a job and that I can't get a job. And I'm not really saying that like I can't really like physically get one. I can go out anytime I want and get one. All I gotta do is find the right person that's willing to hire me and understand the circumstances, you know. And you know, another problem here, and this is discrimination. This is complete discrimination. And I know this is what's happening because other people have had that happen to them. I think a part of the reason why people are not hiring me, especially in this area, like one of the reasons why I didn't even get an interview at Subway, even though I would be perfect for that because, let's face it, I can make some fucking sandwiches and subs. I can do that shit. Anybody can. It's simple, okay? Simple. But the fact that I'm gender fluid, and for those of you that don't know what gender fluidity is, or people that are non-binary, you know, whose genders are non-binary, basically that means is, you know, they feel they're basically manly one day, and then they feel feminine the next. Like in my case, like yeah, I'm a man. I was born with a penis. Whoopity fucking shit. No one cares, right? But you know, in this area, whenever I decide to wear a dress or act feminine in any way, shape, or form because of my gender fluidity, then that's all of a sudden a problem. Because, oh, you know, first off, you're not a real man, you're not a real person. Yeah, try saying that to some of my friends that are also non-binary or gender fluid. You know, and this area, these people, they are against everything. Where I live, they are against black people. They're against the LGBT community. They're against Asians. They're against Mexicans. They're against basically everybody that is not a white male. Or, in some cases, female. Because I have seen a few females work at, like, McDonald's or Subway or whatever, but basically, it's all mostly white people, because where I live, I mean, you know, we live in a redneck hillbilly central area where there's racism all around and discrimination up the ass. And honestly, that's another thing why I'm not really looking for a job right now. Because of the area that I live in, I don't want to work for someone that's going to discriminate me. You know, if I do get a job, you know, I don't want to work for someone that's going to discriminate me just because I'm gender fluid. That is not happening. You know, I may be a complete fucking moron on YouTube and act like a complete dumbass. You know, but that's just my character. That's not really who I am as a person. Well, most of the time, yes, I am pretty loud. I say fuck a lot in reality, but most of the thing. Well, fuck you too. Damn. I think another mouse got trapped in my fucking fan. That's what I was saying. You know, again, I don't know what to do. Okay? And here's the thing. I really want to move. I want to leave this place. Because if I move, right, if I end up moving somewhere, and, you know, I end up going somewhere, like Dayton or somewhere else that is larger, with a lot more job opportunities and a lot more things to see and do, a lot more people to talk to, and an area where nobody knows where you are or who you are, where you came from, or whatever. You know, and some people, they're like, oh, would you rather live in a really small village slash town, or would you live in a big city? A big fucking city any day. I've had my fill of living in a small village town. I've had that fill for a couple of years now. I'm done with that lifestyle. I do not want to go back, but I mean, as long as I live here, and that's another thing. Moving is gonna be a pain in the ass. First, we gotta find a house that is suitable. It's not just me that is gonna be doing the moving. It's gonna be my mother Amy as well, who is also having a hard time finding a job. Not for the same reasons as mine. Well, maybe one or two, but completely different reasons. But the fact that no one can find a job anymore, mostly because of COVID and this virus. And honestly, let's face it, anywhere that I do decide to work, if I do work anywhere, because of the whole COVID situation, most likely I will have to wear a mask, and I do not want to do that, right? Bad enough it goes somewhere like Walmart. I guess technically I don't have to wear one. I could always make up some bullshit excuse as to why. Because with things like Walmart, it's really hard to enforce these sort of things with a bunch of people coming in every day. In addition, you don't have time and there's rules that's like, oh, well, masks are to be worn unless you have a medical condition or you're old or whatever, something like that. But I feel like a lot of people, myself included, let's be honest here, we don't exactly play by the rules. We can not wear masks and whatever because we just don't care, right? But, and also wearing one for like an hour or two is a pain in the ass, right? But imagine wearing one for like 8 hours or 6 hours or however long, even a half shift where it's like, 9 to 5 or something like that. It'll be a pain in the ass. So, I don't want to go through that as well. So, I mean, and here's another problem with that. I need the money. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, no, you don't. You don't need money. Money is just a commodity, that you don't... it's not... Basically, it's something you don't really need. Well, in my case, yes, I fucking need money. I am desperately in need of some cash. Why? Well, remember earlier in this video when I told you about the whole felony thing? Yeah, I'm on probation because of that. And I have to pay my probation officer as well as the court costs and pay whatever else, pay the fees that I have to. And if I don't pay within a certain amount of time, my ass is fried. I'm going to jail because I didn't pay money. And, the fact that no one's hiring me, the fact that COVID exists, the fact that this and that and this and that, I can't get a job. And you may be saying to yourself, oh, well, there's probably some area like Ohio Means Jobs or something like that in your area, and you could go through there. Yeah, well, what the fuck good is that gonna do? Honestly, I have my doubts that that's actually going to help. Because if I can't get a job... And here's the thing. I've heard some people say that I can work somewhere and get like a couple pennies per hour. Fuck that. I am not working anywhere. Again, the whole point of getting a job is to make money. And if I get paid like I have heard some people, they basically get, what some people would refer to as Mexican pay, where, you work out in the field or something, shucking corn or some weird hillbilly thing that no one fucking knows about, farm lifestyle, and you only get a couple cents per hour or whatever. Maybe you get like $1 at best per day. And I'm not doing that. I don't want to go through that. And so, yeah. Honestly, I'm running out of ideas because and the thing about it is, I really want to make YouTube my job. I want to make Twitch my... I want to do something with live streaming or recording in general of gameplay. And you might be saying to yourself, oh, yeah, of course you do. Everybody does. And that's true, everybody does want to do this, because they think it's easy. They think, oh, all I gotta do is point things at TV, or start capturing things on recording software like OBS or whatever, and XYZ. And to an extent, yes, you do that. But there's more to it. You see, even though I don't really care about editing and whatever, a lot of people do. They're like, oh, if this video is not edited, if this video is, you know, whatever, then no one cares. Honestly, I think that's a bad way of thinking about it, because everybody has their own distinct style of video. And honestly, I think that's ruining creativity. Given the fact that not everybody wants to edit so many hours of footage or minutes or whatever. Like, there are some videos I made. Imagine if I had... Because I did a video where I basically did a well, not compilation. I did a video where for like a whole week I didn't use YouTube or anything like that, or I forgot what it was. But that led up to about like 6 or so hours. Imagine if I had to actually edit something, like edit some sound effects or whatever. That would take fucking months, maybe. Well, maybe not that long. But with my so-called editing skill, which, let's face it, is not that skillful at all, then there's no point in actually doing that. And also, here's another thing. And this is pretty true, because I've seen it happen before. If I were to get a job, then who's to say that someone else isn't going to come along and ask for a job at that same exact facility that I work at, or whatever, and then 2 seconds later, I'm out the door. You know, I get fired because of whatever. Yeah, like, I could only work there for like 2 or 3 days, and next thing I know, I'm back to square one. I'm back to the beginning. And honestly, again, I've seen that happen before, and there have been people that they get fired for bullshit reasons, and I'm just like, okay. But I just don't get it. I really do not get it at all. People are fucked up. Society as a whole is doomed. Blah, blah, blah. But anyways, again, just have no idea what to do. I don't know what... I guess, you know, the amount of subscribers and viewers I have on my videos isn't enough for YouTube. And even if I were doing... Even if YouTube didn't fuck up the whole monetization thing, even if they did stick to the whole 10,000 views across all your videos thing like they used to do, even then, I probably may not even get, you know, the money that I would require and things like that. And also, it's not just the fees I'd have to pay. I also want to get some gaming PCs, and I want to get some good gear to enhance my videos even further. Because, yeah, I love doing PlayStation 4 videos, you know, playing video games on the PS4, recording, and things like that. But PC, you have a lot more to work with. You have a emulation up the ass, and that in itself will last you an eternity, you know? And then, after that, you got the PC games, which in some cases, PC gaming a lot of the time has video games that that are also available on console. But there are some PC exclusive games, or games that run better on PC, or games that, you know, are heavily modded on PC. Look at Skyrim. Yes, there are mods on the PS4 for that game, from what I've heard. I don't really know for a fact, but from what I've heard, there's mods up the ass on PS4. But on PC, oh baby, there are mods for fucking everything on Skyrim. Mods for Fallout all the time. There's mods for Doom, mods for Call of Duty World War, and modding in itself, again, will probably also take your entire lifetime because there's so much mods you can do, so many modifications to popular games, and so many good games are coming out, and games that I want, and you get the idea. So, but in order to do that, I need money, which I don't have, and I cannot rely on the government. The government is a highly non-reliable thing. I mean, even if this other, which I again really highly hope this exists, even if this stimulus check thing does come and we get paid, once that check is gone, who is to say we're ever going to get another one ever again? Yes, the stimulus check now thing was trending, at least to my knowledge, second on, it was the second most trending topic on Twitter at that time. So maybe, hopefully, the government will actually fucking listen for once in their pathetic lives and actually give us what we want. We've been wanting this forever, and other countries, they are far more advanced in their money. I think it's France that gets over $3,000 per month. I would kill for that kind of money right now. Because think about it. That kind of money, I mean, I could pay off my debt right now if that was the case. I could pay off all the court costs that are needed. I could pay off my fines and whatever. I could do this and do that. Or maybe I could hire a lawyer to help me out with the situation that I have with the whole issue, and maybe I can get this animal cruelty charge off my record because I didn't do anything wrong. So it's the fact that people all the time get hit with false charges, false felonies, and false misdemeanors, and things that they didn't do at all. Basically, long story short, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it was all nothing but hearsay. Anyway, there was no evidence that I did anything wrong. There was no proof that I did anything wrong. Now, if you want to know who I think is the one that did it, go to our neighbors, okay? Our neighbors are the ones that did it. There's also no proof that they did it, but also, I mean, think about it. Our neighbors, they fucking hate me because they're fucking stupid, okay? They don't know shit about me, but they hate me anyway because, again, I'm gender fluid. So they want to do everything they can to ruin my life, and so they stab our dog and pin the blame on me, and they get away, and they make it look like I was the one that did it, and it's a whole thing, But anyways, I digress. So, yeah, because the neighbors that live 2 houses down from us, they are highly bad people. They can't take care of their children. They can't take care of their dogs. They constantly abuse them and beat the shit out of them. And if you try to say anything bad about them, they will fucking come and try to murder you. And you might be wondering to yourself, well, why are you saying these things? Aren't you worried that the neighbors are gonna watch this video and kill you? Honestly, I am begging to be killed at this point. Think about it. Death is the only thing that I don't... Basically, I don't really care what the fuck happens to me. If I die, I die. If I don't, I don't. If I get shot and killed, that's fine by me. Because, honestly, I think it's a whole lot better than living in a world where you can't find a job or you get discriminated on just because you're different from other people. And also that's another thing. I can't get a job because I'm different from other people. And it's not just the whole gender fluidity thing. Everybody here where I live, they like to hunt, they like to go fishing. I don't. I despise hunting. I despise fishing. I don't. Basically, I'm not a part of that redneck hillbilly culture that everybody is about these days. You know, I am not that lifestyle. That's not, what I care about. And because of that, because I'd rather, watch My Little Pony and basically be a Neko princess, I'm all of a sudden a bad person. Never hired us, oh, yeah, did you hear about William Clark? Yeah, he's the fucking supposed Neko princess. What a fucking retard. Now, if he comes looking for a job, don't hire him because, yeah. And that's ultimately why I think I can't get a job either. Because I'm different. And that's basically discrimination. I could get him for that, but that's the problem. I can't exactly sue people because where I live, there's corruption everywhere. And I mean that could easily backfire, and I'll have to pay even more money in whatever. Because if I were to lose a lawsuit, I'd have to be the one that pays, and that's not happening. I'm not doing that. I am not going to. I'm already in hardcore debt, and there is no way I am giving anybody any money that I do not have. I'm not even giving anybody that. Even if I do have the money, I wouldn't give it to anybody, except to people like Amazon or maybe Sony or something like that. But honestly, I don't care at this point what happens to me. Yeah, I could go outside right now because I'm planning on going to the library to upload some Among Us videos and play some Among Us and whatever and things like that. But if I die, I die. I really don't care. But anyways, guys, like I said, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. If not, it's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. Follow me on Twitch because I do live streaming on there occasionally. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and brohoof. Boom. Bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum bam ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bam bam. Some fucking Doom Eternal shit.